and I found my job in Cheektowaga Central, and it was the best thing that I could have ever found for myself and my family. I'm so happy here, working with the people that I do, the staff, the faculty. They are incredible teachers, colleagues, peers, and friends.
Well, I've taught here for 15 years. I came here as a student teacher. In second grade, I was a student teacher with Mr. Quigley, and I stayed ever since.
I'm Stan Scott Nicky. I have been teaching here. I think this is my 18th year. My first 17 years were in the middle school. I student taught here and ended up making my way here when a position came open in the middle school.
And I've been here for 6 years now in the middle school. I've gone back and forth between 5th and 6th grade, but I've been teaching for 14 years. So I was at a charter school before I came here, but I love Cheektowaga. I'm very happy here. It's a great place to work.
But coming here, it was really nice, very welcoming community of teachers. I feel like we actually have a really strong community of students as well. A very diverse population, which is nice and a nice change from actually where I went to high school. And I think that was really kind of opened up my teaching. And
stepped foot in right at the first day, and I was like, this is a place I needed to be.
So when I came here, I was very much welcomed. I was very much supported by the teachers around me, very welcoming right away. People were coming in my room, what do you need, how can I help you? And that's how it's been the past 8 years of myself working here. It's always, what do you need, what can I do for you? You're doing amazing. I love that you do this, can you help me do this? And we collaborate with one another. Our grade level teams are so constructive and productive, and we all just have a respect for one another, and we're always there to support. We are our biggest fans, and I think that it keeps us going on a daily.
The programming and the curriculum here at the middle school really lends to and fosters teachers working together and helping the students in a variety of ways. So for example, our Readers and Writers Workshop is a program that emphasizes students working in small groups. So teachers who are in the same room together can use flexible groupings and things like that, and always work together to change groups, work with the students' needs. And so for that setup, Claire and I are in the same room with a general education teacher.
Writer's Workshop is a very short 10-minute mini lesson. It gives the kids an objective and a goal for the day, and it makes connections through mentor texts. We give our own examples and we scaffold the kids, and then they go off and write independently. So this year our kids have written fiction. They went into gripping fiction, so the kids are like at the edge of their seats writing, informational nonfiction writing, so they did a ton of research on their Chromebooks of animals and sports and foods and just different things around the world, and we incorporated that in December for holidays around the world. So they were researching and they were creating these pieces, and it's very much independent, it's very much student led, and it's nice because we conference with the kids. So if the kids are having a specific area of challenge that they need to be working on, we can focus in on during our conference time. We can pull small groups, we can do one-on-one. So it's been very helpful, and the kids' writing is tremendously improving. It's huge, and they love it. They don't ever want to stop. They get mad. They say, "Oh, I don't want to stop writing today." So they love it. And the same thing with Readers Workshop. Right now we're in character studies, we're in book clubs, and they absolutely adore it. They're in chapter books, some of them, and it's really a magical experience. The whole workshop, the whole aspect of the workshop is amazing.
And to see that their growth and their note-taking, kids are excited to read again. They're not on a screen, they have books in their hand. I just really believe in the Readers and Writers Workshop.
Being with someone that you know and trust has the best interests of the kids in those workshop models is a win-win for the students and the teachers. So the school district really supports that.
Right now we started a new program this year called WIN. It stands for What I Need. And students get what they need in math based on data. So we're very data driven. We look at data daily and make decisions on where we're going with curriculum.
But this is more like having the kids, like asking the kids what do they notice and what do they see and what should they do, and It's just so interesting to see what the kids come up with and how their ideas are so much bigger than what we think they're going to be.
And the teachers are loving it because it's very student-centered. The kids drive the learning for the most part. You know, there's objectives and there's goals and there's things to follow, but it's very student-driven based on, you know, them getting what they need out of lessons.
Every grade level is given a specific time. Like ours is from 10 to 10:30, and from 10 to 10:30 we work with our class and another class, and all the AIS teachers come in. Like right now it's reading, and we work with really small groups, so we meet the kids right where they are at their level.
And I saw the benefits when I moved to 5th grade of the students who came up from that, and we see that now. So that's awesome.
Yeah, so I think they'll always have your back. Like I've always found that whatever kind of crazy idea that you come up with for your class, or the class that I'm teaching, this engineering design and construction, was actually something that we started in the middle school. Through the master teacher program, one of the professional learning teams that I started with a couple other teachers in the area, we started to come up with like all these design challenges and whatnot, and brought them all together, and that built the curriculum. And then I took that to Mr. Hanford, was my principal at the time in the middle school, took it to him, talked to him about it, like, wouldn't it be really cool to have a class like this, like kind of link it with technology? And he's like, yeah, it'd be wonderful. And I'm like, well, how do you get a class started? And they were with open arms, like, yeah, let's do this. Took it to the board, talked to them about it, the benefits of it, how great it could be for our students, and how I would link science and everything else to it, and how it's just a great problem-solving class that anybody else could really benefit from. And they were 100% on board with it, and just kind of let me fly with it. And I think that was, right there alone, I thought it was just a wonderful thing. And to know that maybe no crazy idea is actually really all that crazy.
So we have sports statistics, we have measurements, food and math. So we have other electives that we offer. We offer a great array besides just region classes for math.
I would say that Cheektowaga, through my entire career, has always been supportive with, if you bring a new idea, if you have it laid out and can explain the why, the because, and have data to support it, it really is a good district for that. So I love it.
We both just find it important to make learning fun for the kids. We have a lot of fun, which then, you know, engages the kids to have fun and want to learn. So our relationship working together has been really great. But at the middle school, there are a lot of great teachers. Everyone's wonderful to collaborate with. They have a lot of great ideas. Working with them is just really great. It's a really great group of people with a lot of knowledge, and it's wonderful.
And it's fun to see them just engaged in learning. And I have to say that just happens throughout the whole school year. Spirit weeks. It's not just only sports and education. There's a whole bunch of other activities that the students get to be involved in and teachers get to be involved in.
I feel that the district is very supportive because of all the professional development that we have, and working with colleagues and team that work very collaboratively with each other and supportive of that. And I believe because of all the professional development that I have, I just got into the master teacher program at Buff State.
I do stay pretty active in science outside of the classroom. I've had a couple research grants where I was able to be part of a program that took teachers and linked them with scientists to help them do field work in the field. So I ended up in Alaska for 6 weeks, and then the following year I ended up in Siberia for another 8 weeks.
Amazing coworkers on the 6th grade team that I worked with, who helped build me into the teacher I am now, I think, as far as like behavior management strategies and how to just kind of, you know, figure out my way in Cheektowaga. And then I was doing my master's in literacy, which is not anywhere where I am now. You know, I don't do anything with reading, but the district really does provide several opportunities for great professional development. There's a lot of partnerships that they have, like I said, with Buffalo State and the math program. I'm a New York State master teacher.
We had so much PD for a math grant that also allowed me to like hone my craft and be able to present at national conferences. So I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and present a skill. I went to San Diego and presented a skill. So I was given that opportunity, which is amazing to actually become, I think, a better teacher. And I'm a lifelong learner, so I love to go through and learn more about whatever it is I'm teaching.
I'm also part of the Master Teacher Program, so New York State's Master Teacher Program, and with that program, it's designed for STEM teachers teaching science, technology, engineering, and math across the state, and we come together and build curriculum, and we offer professional development for other teachers.
To where I was teaching math when I started, in sixth and then in fourth and in first. The deficits I was seeing in the kids and just the lack of love of math, because math is hard and I have this like math phobia kind of thing. I don't see that in our students anymore. The way that we are being taught to question and the way that it's so student driven, kids have ownership over their learning, and I think that makes all the difference for kids.
Why Cheektowaga, right? So why Cheektowaga is like, I always have felt that as a teacher in this area, you get a warm, welcoming sense that you are welcomed here, and not just from the students, but from the staff. You really do kind of feel like it's a family-orientated place.
You don't just teach kids from Cheektowaga, you teach kids from all over the world. In our classroom, we've had kids from Ukraine, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Jerusalem. We have students from everywhere, and it's just so neat because all the kids come in the same way, just so eager to learn and so ready to meet friends, and be in our school community, and the familiarity of our room is just so exciting for these kids. And they always have the same smile no matter what language it's in, and it's just really great to be part.
Cheektowaga is such a great district. We have good kids. The diversity here is amazing, and just to watch them grow together and ask questions, it's just such a fun place to be.
I would say you never know what the day's gonna bring. And it is the kids from lunch duty, there's never a shortage of laughter, to when they come in the morning, like it really is a new day every day.
We are their people. And I think that if you want to make a change and you want to make a statement, and that is why you are going into teaching, Cheektowaga is the place to do that. Kids have their arms wide open and their smiles are there in the morning, and they are ready to.
The families that have come through with the siblings, and you really do make a connection. And I like that here at Cheektowaga. I like that.